Hey guys, welcome back to Black Dry Studios. Now, you probably know that we are making a video game. Well, if you don't, we are making a video game. Now, when we start developing our game like a year ago, we had to learn so many things from scratch. Like, the biggest issue was we didn't know where to start. Like, there are 3D, the programming stuff, but what exactly are we going to do? Where should we start? How are we going to make this game? What should we do first? We had all those issues. So this video series, we are going to talk about all those things that we learned, so you don't have to go through what we went through. Now, to be clear, this is not going to be a tutorial series. This is going to be more like a guide. Well, we are not going to teach you exactly what you are going to do, but we can tell you exactly what to learn, and most importantly when you should learn that. We are going to use our own game Moha as an example throughout the video series. In the first video, I want to talk what exactly a game is. Now, if you are a more experienced developer, this may sound too simple for you, so you can skip to the episode 1, but I think this is one of the most important thing a new game developer should understand, because again, like I said, a game is made of so many parts, so many things, 3D programming. So to get into all those things, to uh to learn all those things, you need to first understand where all these parts go, why exactly do they exist, so you can make a proper game with a proper understanding of what you're doing. Now I'm going to put the upcoming episodes in the screen. So what is exactly a game? Now let's say this is our game by the good old Microsoft Paint. Is it Microsoft? I'm not sure. Paint. So this is going to be our game. Now, where is the game, right? It's just empty. So what can we do? Well, let's add a character. After all, you are playing as a character. So this is gonna be Larry. Hi, Larry. Now, okay, Larry is there. So what? What is the game? You need to do something, right? So what are you going to do? Well, let's just say Larry needs to find his dog. Okay, I said Larry's dog here. Just please don't judge my drawings. I know I'm supposed to be a creative, but hey. So yeah, Larry has his dog. Now, okay, we have a game. Larry needs to go to his dog. But feels too simple, yeah. So what can we do to make it not simple? After all, a player always needs to enjoy the game, or else what is the point of playing, right? So he needs something to do. So instead of going to the dog in a straight line, we can add some obstacles. So it's gonna be a maze. Okay. Now how is Larry gonna go? Okay, now it's pretty interesting. Now we have a puzzle game in a way. We have to find our way to let's take red. Okay, now we are playing and we need to find our way to, well, it's pretty simple, but to our dog. Yes, we won. Game over, right? Still feels a bit too boring. So, what can we do? Well, we can make it more interesting by adding some enemies. So, what will prevent Larry from going to his dog? It's gonna be. I'm not going to say cats. It's gonna be rats, okay? There are rats everywhere. And Larry has to fight off those rats to get to his dog. Let's call him Shigo because my dog is Shigo. So Larry needs to go to Shigo, but he has to go through all these rats. So how is he going to go through them? Well, let's give him a weapon. I'm not promoting animal violence, but come on, you have to get rid of rats, right? So he's just not gonna them, he's just gonna remove them, okay, somehow. Now Larry has things to do. Now you as the player get play as Larry and you go through here, you get attacked by rats. Okay, it's interesting. Now you survive, and then again. So but you get the point, right? You can add more and more layers to the game, but at the end of the day you are going from point A to point B. That is exactly what a game is. You just have to do something, you have to do an objective. That is the game. But just doing the objective is not interesting enough, so you have to make it more interesting as a developer. That is your job. If you are right now you are a very new developer, first you need to figure out what is your game. Going point A to point B, Larry going from the start point to finding Shigo. Now after you figure that out, what is your game's point A and B, you can figure out, okay, how to make this more interesting. Now that is the flavors. Okay, now your food is there, how to make it more flavorful, what are the things we can add, what are the ingredients we can add. So we can add puzzles, we can add a maze, we can add bugs, well, enemies, right? So end of the day, every game, just indie games, triple A games, let's say let's take Resident Evil, or let's say Call of Duty as example. What you have to do, you get spawned at some point and you have to this guy, you're going to hunt this guy as a soldier, you're going to find this terrorist. So it's just the enemies in the way, the paths, the maps, everything is just flavors, just ingredients. So again, as a game developer, you have to figure out the objective, the mission of your level, and then how to make it more interesting. Now as I promised that I'm going to talk about our game and how we are doing this. So in our game, let me draw new one. I'm not sure if I should take you guys to the map just yet. I'm definitely going to show you guys the map in the next video, but well, why not? Let's do that. Let's open up Unreal and let me show you the map. Okay guys, welcome to Moha. You are in our game. Now this may look too dark, or well, the thing is we are still adjusting, we are still working on basically lighting. So I'm just gonna give you a sneak peek of our views, our environment, and I'm going to turn off the lights. Okay, and there you go. Now this is our environment. I know it doesn't look that interesting without lights, but let me give you a bird's eye view. Now see, all these things, all these assets in our game, they are just assets. You can't, there are interactable assets, like say this knot. There is a knot right here, you can interact with it, but most of the other assets are just there, right? You can't do anything, just environment. So that is one part, and interactable assets are something else, another ingredient, if you may. Let's say this environment, these other assets, non-interactable assets are, let's say they are salt, and these interactable assets are pepper. That adds another flavor, that adds another thing for your character to do. But reading this note is not the game, it's just something extra that will help you get to your objective. And that way our character in Moha is gonna start somewhere on the temple. I'm not going to spoil, I'm not going to tell you why, because come on, It's a spoiler, right? You get spawned somewhere here, and then you have to go in from this point A to all the way here, point B, the mansion. So that is basically our level 1. And now it's pretty simple, right? You just have to walk. But oh no, you're going to get in lots of a ton of troubles on the way. So those are flavors. You just have to go from point A to point B. But are we going to let you? Are we going to let the player go? No, we are going to throw some. We are going to throw some heavy obstacles at them. So that is the purpose of a game developer. Now I'm just gonna close this. Yeah, you guys already saw too much of our game. Don't worry, you're going to see much more in our upcoming videos, and you will be playing our demo as well very soon. It's like 80% done, I would say, the demo. So yeah, I think you got the idea. So now the thing, I know it's pretty simple, it's very simple, but I wanted to start with that because everyone starts at several points. Even I needed to learn that. I needed to learn why I'm making games. So I think this should be a very good starting point for our video series. So in the upcoming video series, we will be going more and more into this and talking more technical stuff. I will be showing you our game and how we are doing things. So yeah, that is it, guys. That is what a game is, going from point A to point B and making it more interesting. Now in the next video, we are going to talk about 3D, and we are going to use Blender as our software. Now there are so many Blender guides out there, but the issue is they are not exactly guides for game developers. I mean, obviously you can use the stuff for game development, but we are just going to focus on game development. So if you want to watch that video, guys, please subscribe and leave a like. See you on the next one.